10 signs you lack personal boundaries. Hey guys, I'm Laura and I'm on a mission to awaken your awareness. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 10 signs you lack personal boundaries, and then I'm going to tell you why it's important to have boundaries. So number 1 is you fail to speak up when mistreated. Okay, so it is important for you to have this boundary where you, if someone's mistreating you, you speak up about it. You don't allow people to treat you like this, because if you do, people will sense this. People will feel what you feel about you, and if people know that you're not the type of person that will, like if they mistreat you, that you're not going to do anything about it, they will continue to mistreat you, right? So this is why it's important that you learn, if someone's mistreating you, to speak up, express your authentic self. So whatever you're feeling, if you don't like something, it's important that you're authentic to yourself and your feeling, and you speak up about it. Now the thing is some people don't like creating tension. That's why they keep quiet. They avoid the tension, they avoid the conflict. But you're actually hurting yourself by doing this. You need to understand it's actually important for you to create this tension if someone is doing something you don't like. Okay? So, number 2 is you give away too much of your time. So this could be like you abandoning yourself, which could be linked to an abandonment wound. So we have physical and emotional abandonment. You may have been abandoned either way by either parent or both parents, and this could be why you are the type that's a people pleaser and you abandon yourself to please other. So the thing is you need to learn to say no to people. You can say yes if you genuinely want to help someone and you have nothing planned for your day and you're going, yeah, cool, I'll help you. But if you say like you've got plans for the day, I want to do this, this, and this, and then you've had a friend going, hey, can you help me out with this? And you're going, yeah, sure, and you just completely abandon what you had planned. That's like abandoning yourself, and you're giving away too much of your time. So stop abandoning yourself, put yourself first. If you've got things to do, then spend your time on doing things for yourself first. Number 3 is you agree when you actually feel like disagreeing. So this is the same thing as what I said before about being authentic to how you feel, expressing your true self, and creating that tension. So some people, again, are scared to create this tension, so that's why they'll just be agreeable. And it's another people-pleasing type mentality. It's like, you just want to please this person, you're agreeing with them, even if you don't authentically agree, but it's just because you may be the people pleaser type who's seeking love and validation from other. So you need to stop doing that. You need to just, again, be authentic to yourself and how you feel, even if it's going to create tension. It's healthy. Number 4, you feel guilty for dedicating time to yourself. So that's like the other one where you're giving too much of your time away, but you're feeling guilty if you're putting that time into yourself. Okay, so that's a lack of personal boundaries, but you don't feel guilty at all. Like, you've got to put yourself first. What you don't want to be doing is abandoning yourself for other. People don't respect you if you're doing that. Now, you can help other people. Like I said, if you genuinely have nothing to do with that day and a friend needs some help and you genuinely want to help them, then sure, you're allowed to say yes. But you're just going to be wary of how much time you're putting into yourself versus how much time you're putting into other people. Number 5 is you feel taken for granted by others. This is something that I have or had. I'm in the process of working and healing myself. So being taken for granted by others is you're probably a giver type. So I'm always a giver sort of type, and I've had that people pleaser mentality. I've had to work on shedding. And so it's okay to give, right? And when you give without expectation. That's what true giving is. But you've got to acknowledge that there are takers out there who will take, and continue to take, and they will take as much as you allow them to, and they will take without giving back. So So that's when you start feeling like you're being taken for granted. People aren't appreciating the nice things you're doing. They're taking. They're not really giving much back to you. So you need to learn to be mindful of who gives back and who just takes, who's reciprocating the energy you're putting in and who's not reciprocating. Okay? Now, number 6 is you have toxic relationships. So if you lack personal boundaries, then you're going to be bringing in people who are going to use that to their advantage, which therefore is going to create this toxic types of relationships. So again, setting boundaries is going to avoid this from happening. Number 7, you have a chronic fear about what others think of you. Now that's most likely going to stem from a childhood wound, and you've just got to learn to basically not give a fuck what people think, and having that whole energy, like that's a whole different type of energy, right? So the energy you're putting off, people subconsciously pick up on it. They may even consciously pick up on it if they're aware enough, but if not, they subconsciously pick up on it, and they will pick up that you have a fear about what others think of you, and they're not going to really treat you with much respect. So you've got to learn to just again, don't give a fuck. And that's a whole different type of energy. It's a more attractive energy, a more magnetic type of energy, okay? Number 8 is you overshare details about your life with others. Like this could even be something along the lines of like, you want to say no to someone for something, like, oh, hey, can you help me today? No, I can't because I've got to do this and I've got this to do and I've got that to do, but I've also got this thing to do as well. Like, you don't have to give no one an explanation. You can simply just say, no, sorry, I can't today. So it's like if you are oversharing things, telling people too much, you realize you don't actually have to share everything with everyone. You don't have to tell people everything. They don't, it's a bit of mystery is attractive too if you're a mysterious type of person when you're not giving out too much. So again, that comes down to, you have a lack of personal boundaries. So number 9 is you constantly feel like the victim. Now, victim mentality won't get you far in life. It's very unattractive. It creates a lot of resistance in your life, and you manifest more things to be a victim about, more negative situations, right? So if you're constantly feeling like a victim, so that's a sign you have lack of boundaries, and you need to shift out of a victim mindset, okay? And number 10 is you attract people who try to control or dominate you, right? And this is because, again, people feel what you feel. People sense if you have boundaries or if you don't have boundaries. And if they sense that you don't have boundaries, again, they're going to try to control and dominate you. They're going to try and walk all over you as a doormat as much as they can, as much as you allow them to. Okay, so if you lack personal boundaries, you need to start setting boundaries with people. It is important that you protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your time. Because if you don't, again, people feel what you feel. People sense this type of behavior. So people will sense if you don't have boundaries, and they will use it to their advantage, as much as they can. When you show up as someone that does have boundaries, as someone that can say no, then you're putting off a whole different energy, and then people are going to pick up on this, and they're going to respect you more for it. You're going to get treated better. You're going to be treated in a more positive way because of it. Like, sometimes it's sort of like you feel like, oh, if you're always saying yes and pleasing other, they're going to like you and respect you, and it's actually the opposite effect. If you're able to go, no, I can't, sorry, that's more respectable. Okay, like other people will be like, oh, okay, like you're not just gonna please me or drop whatever you're doing to help me. Like, it's a more respectful type of energy that you're putting off. So I highly recommend to work on yourself and work on setting boundaries. If you're someone that lacks boundaries, you're more likely going to be an empathic type, which is the people pleaser type, the give, the you, the abandoning of the self. So what you need to do is, it's important that you just start setting these boundaries with people. And to do this, you ask yourself these 3 questions. Is, what do I want, need, or feel? So if someone's wanting a favor from you, it's like, well, what do I want? Do I want to help this person? Because you're not obliged to. You're not obliged to do anything for anyone. So it's like, do I want to? Oh, no, actually, I don't want to today. I've got other things I want to be doing. You know what I mean? So ask yourself those 3 questions. What do I want, need, or feel? Don't abandon the self, okay? Set boundaries, and you're going to put off a way better energy, and you're going to get treated with way more respect. So I hope you like this video, guys. I just wanted to make this video because I'm an empath type that lacks boundaries as well, and I know what it's like when you're not really being treated with respect, and you're being taken for granted and all that sort of stuff. So I've had to acknowledge it and do the work on myself and start putting myself first, and it's a way better way to be living, honestly. When you stop abandoning yourself and you just focus on what you want to do with your life, your own personal goals, and where you want to go, and you put that first. Okay? So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment in the comment section. If you like this sort of content, subscribe and hit that bell notification. I put out daily videos where I just want to add free value to you guys, to the watchers, because I'm on a mission to awaken your awareness, and I'm also on a mission I want to help people heal themselves. And I've had to go through my own healing processes too, so I know what it's like. So I hope you stick around. I hope I see you on the next video. Have an awesome day. Peace.